am here at Electric Works, walking up the West Hall, about to visit Buyamba Sandwich Company. They have so much to offer, from sandwiches, chicken tenders, and so much more. I'm going to chat with their owner and give it a taste. Let's do it. Joining me now is Rebecca Gent, the owner of Buyamba. Hi, Rebecca.
Hi.
How are you?
I am well, thank you.
Good. Okay, so congratulations on opening up this establishment earlier this year.
Thank you.
Yes. Okay, so we have to start off by talking about the name. Where did it come from and what does it mean?
So it's Buyamba Sandwich Company, and when we were looking for a name, it just so happens that our nonprofit is in Uganda, in Buyamba, Uganda.
Okay.
So that was kind of giving it a leading edge, but then when we talked to the locals and found out it means to help, which is the premise of this business, it was perfect.
That is, okay, to
Yeah.
help. And I know that your sandwich shop is different in that way because your profits actually go to your nonprofit.
It does.
To help. So share with me about deciding on opening up this business in order to help the nonprofits.
So we have business partners, Scott and Stacy Jester, that have a small nonprofit as well. We had a small nonprofit. The economic climate is, a little difficult for fundraising for us small nonprofits, and my husband just retired from the military from 33 years, and it gave me the opportunity to come down to Electric Works and open it up, and all of our profits actually go back into the two nonprofits.
That's amazing.
So we have Ray of Hope Medical Missions, which is a nonprofit that my husband and I founded 12 years ago, and then Scott and Stacy founded Empowered International, which empowers youth in a 2-year business program.
Yeah, that's great. So while people eat the sandwiches, they can actually feel better by supporting as well.
Absolutely.
Get some yum yum and offering up some help. And so let's talk about the sandwiches. How many do you have on your menu?
I believe there are 14.
Wow.
And then there's days that I go wild and I add some. So,
yes. And I know that it was important for you to bring authenticity to your sandwich business and actually getting product shipped from different places. So tell me about some of the unique ingredients that you use and how you really build your sandwiches.
So we pride ourselves on being fresh meats as opposed to the traditional deli meats.
Yeah.
So we use brisket for our corned beef and pastrami, Carver ham, we use turkey breast. So you're really getting the freshest and really good tasting meats. And then for our Philly cheesesteak, which is one of the fan favorites, it's called the Whiz Wit. So we actually bring in all of the ingredients from Philadelphia, which is where I grew up.
Yeah, that's so cool.
Yeah.
And I know that that there's an interesting path to how you even began cooking. You start off as a hobby, right? And then you're like, I'm good at this.
Yeah. People told me I was.
Right.
So, yeah, my mom actually had always had me in the kitchen. So a lot of the recipes I use are from my mom.
Really?
Yeah. And it was just an opportunity to bring my two passions, with the charity and with cooking, bring them together and just bring something new and fun to Fort Wayne.
Yeah, and with your sandwiches being very generous and hearty in their portion size, what do you want for people to really take away from your establishment? What do you want for them to experience when they're here, and what do you want for them to say when they leave?
So when talking about bringing this into life, my biggest priority was to make it feel like a neighborhood deli. Just like you were back home in Philly or in New York, and that you were known, you were seen. So I love that every day it feels like I'm making lunch for my friends. And of course I want it to be good and I want it to be tasty, but I want it to be just an establishment that people enjoy coming to.
Yeah, that's awesome. Sure. Okay, well, I'm excited to taste these famous sandwiches and a little bit more, so stay tuned for the taste test.